Anne mentioned this morning that I'm trying to convince Canadians to record their life stories for Canada's 150th birthday. And stories can be so simple. It can be letters that I encourage people to write to their families for after they've died or before they've died. It can be verbal on a tape or a CD or a DVD videotape. Any kind of way that you can encourage people to tell their stories as a gift to their family is an incredible legacy. And the question I ask them is, what funny stories or what lessons have you learned that you'd like to pass on to your family? And that usually starts a whole lot of stuff. And if that doesn't work, I get a photo album. I inherited my grandmother's photo album. No one in my family in Holland cared, because they saw Grandma whenever they wanted to, so her photo album was no big deal. In Canada, it was a big deal. I then went back and interviewed my uncle, who was the family storyteller, and I said, if there are any pictures in this album that you have a story of, tell me, and I'll put the story beside the picture and give all the cousins, all your nieces and nephews, a copy of this album. And there were only 2 photographs in the whole album he didn't have a story for. 7.5 hours of tape that I transcribed and gave to all my cousins on a DVD. So there's lots of different ways to do that. But by helping people record their stories, it's not about therapy. It's not about trying to rehash all the horrors that they've experienced. It's how they overcame those horrors. That's where we learn from. The fact that we all experience horrors is natural. How we overcome them, or how we get through them, or how we not get through them and we wish we could, and hope that our children and grandchildren can. Those are stories that are going to keep